Think of all of those different experiences you have been through. All of the pain, the turmoil, the suffering you have endured. Now, let's think about what that would be like if we introduced your past lives into this world. How traumatizing do you think you would now be? You would be a nervous wreck. And this is why the soul doesn't allow that to happen. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a big massive thank you to each and every one of you who like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. It helps with to fight the algorithm and push the message of Help Heal Serve out to a broader audience. Also, you can now become a channel member if you wish. Channel members are entered into a monthly draw where you may win a tarot reading with myself worth £75. Past life regression. What is this topic? Because this keeps popping up in my comments all of the time. Now, this is something that we need to back up a second and understand what the concept is before I go into a breakdown of how this mechanism works, because that's exactly what it is. If you haven't watched the video on the soul, then you should really go and watch the video on the soul first, then come back to this video. It should be just pinned up there. You have to understand with past life regression, each and every one of you think it would be cool to understand what you've been in the past life. There's probably a lot of you going, yeah, well, actually, John, you're right there. I'd like to know what I was. There might be a lot of you who've been told by a psychic, by a medium, that you were an Indian, or you may have been a chief, or you may have been all of these different things. It's always the same things. And why is that? Because the medium is constricted to their own imagination. Now, coming into the past life regression, before we even begin this topic, I want you all to understand one thing. The soul does a very good job. Very, 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 very good job. No matter what mankind thinks. The soul has one responsibility, and that is not to share information with you whilst you are going through your life experience. And up until the age of 5, it does an exceptional job of doing that. I mean, up until the age of 5, it's a little bit hit and miss with the soul, not because of the imperfections of the soul, it's because you as a person have not been conditioned by society. So the soul can drip feed you little bits of information. This is why a lot of children will remember past lives, will remember such and such. Now, past life regression is the art in which we can get somebody into a meditative state and we can take information, or we can get them to talk about their past lives because they are accessing their soul. Again, coming back to it, there's a lot of people out there who believe, or they have been told, that they have ailments from a past life, and this is retained within the soul. I am sorry. When somebody tells you anything about your past lives and they say, well, actually, it's still affecting you now, you have to look them in the eyes and say, you are wrong. Because this notion in itself is going to send you on a you've got to remember, this is going to send you on a downward spiral, because you have been told this from a person who is in trust. You have been told this from somebody who went to look for guidance. And they have said to you, well, actually, Jordan, I'm sorry, but in a past life you were a pirate, and you had an arm chopped off and you had a missing eye. This is why you're losing your eyesight, and this is why you're getting numbing pains in your legs. I'm now freaking out. I'm going to the doctors. I'm going to this. And guess what? It doesn't work like that. The reason it doesn't work like that is the soul does not do that. It's simply very, very simple, and it's very, very true. The people who are seeing this sort of thing have a lack of understanding, yet they fail to acknowledge that lack of understanding because of their ego. If somebody ever tells you in your past life you have endured trauma, you have endured suffering, pain, very generic, but these are the sort of things that people get told. Of course, if you believe that and you want to believe in that so much, you are going to put that and you are going to attribute that to the life you are living. So this is why I'm very passionate about this. You have to realize past life stays in the past life. It's not the present life for a reason. The soul does not tell you this information. Through the lack of understanding that you have welcomed that into your world. You have been told that, and you have sought that advice and that comfort from an individual who has had a lack of understanding. And now you believe that, you are getting all of these problems because of a past life. And now we are searching for the answers. Now we are searching, how can we find out and how can we put this right? Well, I'm going to tell you how you put it right. You stop that notion dead in the water. You do not let people, give you that notion. That is going to murky your understanding. So that's out of the way there. You now know, and I hope you understand, that you should not be listening to people who tell you past life is coming into your present. I'm now going to tell you something else. So each and every one of you out there who believe it's cool to access, you can access your past lives. You can. But it is through a process. The soul just doesn't give you information like that. You've got to go through the process. Remember, whilst human beings, we aren't perfect. The soul is. The energy is perfect. We are the ones who have the imperfections. And we always resonate our world to the energy realm, which just simply isn't true. So with all of that in mind, you now have to understand this concept. Each and every one of you watching now, at some point in your life, would have experienced heartache, pain. Let's be completely honest, passings. And if you haven't at some point, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If you've never experienced any of these things, at some point in your life, you will. This is part of the life journey, and this is part of the learning experience. Now, if you imagine your life now up to the point where you are currently at, let's just give it a ballpark figure. Let's just say 35 up to the age of 60. Okay, we might have people younger than that, but let's just say that is a ballpark figure. Think of all of the experiences you have been through in this lifetime. Think of all of those different experiences you have been through. All of the pain, the turmoil, the suffering you have endured. Now, let's think about what that would be like if we introduced your past lives into this world. How traumatizing do you think you would now be? You would be a nervous wreck. And this is why the soul doesn't allow that to happen. There's a lot of you who are probably thinking, I don't know what I'm talking about. But again, I don't read books. I don't need to. I get my understanding direct from the spirit world. None of my notions or theories are diluted by mankind's teachings. And this is something that you have to understand. Again, coming back to that analogy, what you choose to accept is what you welcome into the world. If you are wanting to, wanting to believe that there is something wrong with you, let's just say you have chronic pain. Somebody has told you that that chronic pain has been caused from a past trauma and you have not healed yet. Come on. I don't want to sound insensitive here, but let's say that back. You have chronic pain which has been caused by a past experience. It is not. The chronic pain is caused by the materialistic world that you are living in. This life journey, unfortunately, your body has failed. Each and every one of us, our bodies failed. We are designed to fail. We can't live forever. Whilst, yes, our energy does go on and we can go on in the memories of other people. Our bodies are not designed to effectively never fail. So I hope you've all enjoyed that video. If there's anyone who's got any questions on it, again, I know it's very controversial, but hey ho, that's the way that Joe goes. That's the way that I am. I don't care about other people's thoughts or theories. I have my own. I have my guidance from my teams. And if you've got any questions on that, drop it down in the comments box. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. Thank you. If you did enjoy this, remember to drop it a like. If you haven't subscribed, then I don't know why not. Subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for any more interesting videos to watch, it should be round about here or here. Bye-bye for now.